Hi guys, it's Wave 618 here. It's 24th of February 2018, 7:51 AM GMT. Alright, so this is a daily update on Bitcoin. So first of all, just going back to what my first video showed on Bitcoin, this was all a major wave 1, this was a major wave 2. We're currently on the 4-hourly chart, and this is the beginning of wave 3. My wave count so far was wave 1 running flat to wave 2, and we're currently in a wave 3 that hasn't finished yet. Of the wave 3 we've had 1, 2, 3, expanded flat 4, 5 is going to come to around here. We're going to see a wave 4 of the initial wave 1 of 3 come to around here, likely to retest this line, and then we're going to see a wave 5 up to around here. Then we'll see a wave 2 on a larger degree come down, probably retrace to about 50%. I don't think it's going to be a typical 61.8 retracement of a wave for the wave 2. Reason being is this is a major wave 3, so price is not going to mess around, it's going to fly. Yeah, it's going to do the minimum retracement required this wave 2, and then it's going to fly. This is the money leg. Yeah, all right, so that would bring us down to around here again, around $10,000 level, maybe a bit below, maybe as low as 9,000. I don't see prices coming down lower than 9,000 ever again. Simple as that. I know there's still a lot of bearish sentiment out there. A lot of people talking about, oh, price might go even lower. This may not have been the low. You know what? Even if you are bearish right now, you need to be bullish, just because you can't afford to miss out on this. I mean, the risk reward is huge. If you watch my first video, if this is a wave 3 that we're in, which I've got no reason to doubt, then price is going to minimum $50,000 minimum. It sounds stupid now, but then again, this time last year it would have been stupid to say that Bitcoin would have reached $6,000, yet let alone $20,000. Yeah, so although it sounds stupid, you have to remember the world that we're living in right now, where this is the 21st century. You know, we're exposed to artificial intelligence. A lot of things are being done on the internet. Bitcoin is the currency of the internet, and it controls all of the cryptocurrencies. All cryptocurrencies are bought in Bitcoin. It's got such a strong fundamental standpoint that the potential is phenomenal. Yeah, all its speculation around it, all the positive hype around it, I believe it's all warranted. It deserves that hype. You know, it's not some fad. There's a reason it's been introduced on the futures exchange. It's so that the banks can get involved as well. Yeah, that's all the more reason why we're likely to see a money leg now in a major wave 3. So the fundamentals there are there to support this move. Now, as I say, if we just look on the weekly chart, this is just going over my first video slightly again. Let's make that a bit bigger. So I've counted the five legs up basically, and I've broken it down. If you watch my first video, it'll show that in a bit more detail. Since then, it has retraced 61.8% from the beginning. Do a fib all the way to the top. 61.8 was hit, yeah, and it closed above it. Right, so a wave 2 typically retraces 61.8%. Yes, it could retrace more, but look at the volume. The volume is coming in, and that volume is high. I don't see it coming lower than that. If it is to come lower than that, then you're going to see some astronomical volume come in below that, which I just think is unrealistic. I think this is high enough volume. Yeah, so I don't think we can afford to miss out, because if this is the bullish move from here, then as soon as this line breaks, it's already been tested 3 times. How many times do we want to wait before, you know, we realize it's going to end up breaking the line? As soon as this line breaks, it's going to act as absolutely fantastic support. Yes, it could come down and retest it with a wave 2, after of the wave of wave 3, the major wave 3, but it's not going to come below this line, and even if it does, it's going to be just a candlestick, a wick of the candle that may come below it, but the close on the 4-hourly chart will always be above this line. Yeah, this line is going to be fantastic support. Okay, let me break down this move because it might not be very clear to you. It might look a bit corrective, it might look like a 3-wave pattern up, in which case you're probably thinking, is it still going to come down? Let me explain how this is still an impulsive wave up. Alright, let's go in on the 1-hourly chart. Right, so wave 1 is here. I'm going to label it for you. So wave 1, and then we've got an A, B, C. Yeah, it's a running flat. Now wave 3 has not finished, it's going to come to here. Wave 4 probably retest this line, and wave 5 will go higher. There we go, wave 5. Right. So wave 3, as I say, is not finished. If we break down wave 3, we'll delete this now. If we break down the wave 3, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, you probably want to know this wave 4. It's an expanded flat. So A, B, C. If you work out the Fibonacci levels, have a look at it on your own charts, you'll see that this wave B is a 1.382 extension of this wave A, and you'll find that this wave C is a 1.618 extension of this wave A. This is an absolute classical picture for an expanded flat. It fits in perfectly, and the fact that you've seen increased volume at the bottom of the wave 4 further validates this move. It is being a little bit slow to go up and create this wave 5. However, until this line is broken, then I'm very much of the understanding that this was the end of wave 4 and this is wave 5. Right, the reason I say you have to be in on this move is you're never going to, once this line breaks, that's it. You're going to be chasing the trade forever. You're going to be chasing it. Let's go on the 4-hourly chart. You're going to be playing a completely different game once this line breaks. No longer are you going to be getting in on the lows. Okay, it's sad that we've missed out on getting in on the trade at this point. It's a shame, but it's not over. Again, we're still below this line, which is great because this line is going to act as great support. So there is a great chance to get Bitcoin at low prices. It's currently at $10,000. As I say, worst case scenario, it could come down to $9,000 when it forms when this wave 1 finishes and the wave 2 comes down. As I say, I think it'd be about a 50% retracement of wave 1, probably coming down to around 9,000 level at worst. But even if you are bearish, the point is in trading, you can never know for sure where the price is going up and down. You can never know for sure. If we knew for sure, we would sell our house and put 100% of our account within one trade. We don't do that. We're not foolish. We know that every trade has its possibility of going up or down. And that's why I'm saying, even if you are bearish, the fact that there is a possibility of it being bullish, yeah, I think that it's a strong possibility of it being bullish. But if you're bearish, you obviously believe that possibility is low, that it's bullish. Even if it is low, I recommend you put a position on, just because the rewards are huge. As I say, we're going to $50,000 minimum. Watch my first video, I'll explain that arbitrary estimation. But look at the risk reward, is huge. I'm not going to calculate, it's not worth it. The answer is it's huge. So even if you are bearish, get in on it. It's worth a trade. If you're bullish, there's no doubt it's worth a trade. I'm extremely bullish. Yeah, We can't afford to just hang around saying, oh, I think it might go down lower. Yes, there's always a chance of it going lower. Yes, we could be wrong. It could come lower than $6,000. People are saying around $3,000. I'm not sure why. Maybe because there's some support here, and it retested that support at this point here. That's the only yes, there was a support line at 3,000, but so what? You know, there's high volume here. Wave 2 has retraced 61.8%. Just because there's support here, that doesn't mean it's going to test it again. Yeah. Yes, if it does come down, you're right. It's likely to hold at this 3,000 level, but I don't think it's going to come down that low. I've got no reason to suspect that. Look, it's already retraced 61.8%. Great volume coming in. It's creating an impulsive wave up. I've given you a valid count. A wave 1, 2, 3. Well, no, sorry, 3 is not finished, but 3 has been broken down into a 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're waiting for a wave 5. That wave 5 is going to break the line, and then I'm sure once this line has broken, all the bears are going to start getting very, very worried. They know that. Yeah, this is their line of support. This is where their stops are. You know, just above this line is where their stops are. They know as soon as this line breaks, their sentiment is going to change. And you know what? As soon as that bearish sentiment is lost, price is not just going to go up gradually. It's going to fly. Yeah, and that's why I say now is a good time to get in, because once it flies, any retracement is going to be small, and that's why you can be confident that any buying in at this price, you're unlikely to see price come down below it. Hence, you can have a relatively tight stop. As I say, I would have it around the $9,000 mark, $9,000 mark. But you can't afford to miss out on this trade. That's how I feel. It's a no-brainer for me. With Elliott Wave, the great thing, it has its advantages and its disadvantages. Advantages being that it tells you that this is a wave 2. It's retraced 61.8%. Fantastic. Disadvantages is that it can make you overthink. Yeah. This is clearly a retracement. Now, the Elliott Wave could suggest that this is just part of a large triangle, for example. So we could have this being wave A of the triangle, then we could have a wave B here, a C here, a D here, and an E here. Now, this is the importance of getting in on the low. Even if it is a triangle, if you get in here, you've got nothing to worry about. You can turn off your computer for a year, come back on, and see yourself being very profitable. However, if you get in here, yeah, you're always going to wonder, oh, shall I take profits here? Shall I rebuy here? Shall I take profits here? Shall I rebuy here? It's a lot of mental exhaustion. Whilst if you get in here, you've got nothing to worry about. You're going to be making money no matter what. Close your computer, come back in a year's time, you've made money. That's why it's important to catch the bottoms. So if you're using Elliott Wave, get in at the bottom. Now we've still got opportunity. As I say, this line is going to act as fantastic support once it's broken. Of course, there's always the argument it could be a triangle. However, I don't think we need to worry about a triangle. Wave 2s are typically zigzag patterns, especially in when we're in a major wave 3. Especially when it's preceding a major wave 3. Reason being is because it's the banks, the fund managers that have got the strong hands. They've got it during this wave 2. They want price to move fast so they can get on with this wave 3. You know, they're getting impatient. They've got targets to meet. They've got their targets on the quarterly basis that they have to meet. They have to please their customers. They can't be waiting for a big wave 4. These not a wave 4, but a triangle. These triangles typically occur in a wave 4. That's when the banks, the funds have exited their positions. Yeah, the money leg is the wave 3. Yeah, they don't care what happens in wave 4. That's where the retraders just mess around, exchanging the asset between one another. The banks come into play during the wave 3. That's why wave 2 is relatively fast, and then wave 3 will be very explosive following that. This is the last chance to get in on it, in my opinion. let's not miss it. We'll be kicking ourselves otherwise. When Bitcoin went up to 20,000, when it was around the 6,000 mark, around here, people wondered, you know, look, it's made a few waves up, is it due to come down? And if you're always having that bearish worry about you, or that worry that it's going to move in the opposite direction, then, I mean, there's always the possibility of it moving in the opposite direction. That's trading. There's never certainty. There is never ever certainty. You have to go with probabilities and look at the risk reward. Yeah, if you're too concerned about the downside, you're never going to reap these rewards. And the same applies here. If you're so concerned about it coming below here, there's no way you're going to profit if this is going to break this line now. You're not going to profit. Simple as that. The point is, on the retracements, you should be getting in at a good price so that you can get a very good position on any potential move up. So basically, the point of this video, all I'm trying to say is, bullish or bearish, put on a bullish position. That's my view. We'll see what happens. I'm not going to keep repeating myself now. I think I've made the point quite clear. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the video. This is a new YouTube channel. I've only just updated it in the last week. So if you see this video, then fantastic. The odds of you seeing this video are very low, purely because I've only got 2 subscribers at the moment. As I say, just set up the channel. I'd like to get my views out there. I feel like I've got a lot of useful information to share, and I hope that it's been beneficial to you. I hope that I can influence your trading and hopefully make you some money. Please, if you like the video, just like the video. And if you would like to hear more of my videos, I'm going to be doing daily updates on Bitcoin as regularly as possible, just so that, because once we break this line, there is obviously still chances to get in on the trade. Yeah, we're going to be chasing the trade. However, it's going to be a case of trying to get in on the lows and not worrying about it reversing. So it's likely to form a new channel when that happens. As you can see, there's a small channel here, but once it forms a new wave 4, you're going to see a bigger channel being created, and we'll be able to trade that on the way up. I'll be creating videos showing you how we can do that. So yeah, if you like the video, please subscribe, and yeah, and please share it with your friends, your colleagues. And if your colleagues make some money, you can let them know. At least you shared the video with them. If they don't make money, you can say, well, at least I told you so. All right, I'll leave it at that. I hope the video has been useful for you. Yeah, all the best.